Games. The world of gaming has evolved so much in the past 30 years. From playing on the Nintendo NES back in the 90s to the modern era of microtransactions and loot boxes, it has gone to the next level in both graphics and my wallet. It has come to the point that people are now making a living off playing games. Everyone and their goddamn mothers want to be, the next ninja, or maybe, they want to be like a complete ape, like, Tyler 1 or something like that, right? Games are fundamentally something I think a lot of people like to do, whether it be, 10 minutes on the, the phone, or, 30 minutes on like a League of Legends game. It's just something, we do in our downtime, whether it be coming home from, work or school. You just want to immerse yourself away from, real life priorities, responsibilities. You want to get rid of the stress and just, relax once in a while, right? That's why we play games, watch TV, watch anime, have a hobby or whatever, It's to get away from real life. Think about it like this. You're working a 9-to-5 corporate job, if you're lucky enough to even get a job these days, living paycheck to paycheck, thinking to yourself, well, what's the point anymore, right? You're just working to keep yourself alive. You're not working for, pleasure or fun. Of course, there are, some exceptions to this, but the reality is the world now runs around money, and people tell you that money doesn't bring happiness, but nowadays I beg to differ. If you don't have money, your life is going to be, somewhat miserable. Because you can do this daily routine, and then next thing you know it, you're going to be 50, and now half your life is basically gone without doing anything important in your life. It just shows how life fucking sucks, man. And this is where No Game No Life comes in. No Game No Life was an anime during a time where Isekai wasn't as prevalent as it is now, showcasing a world filled with games and conflicts solved through games. It was a truly unique anime for its time and has a big enough name to it that you hear the meme of, season 2 whenever it was brought up in a conversation. Seriously though, where is season 2? We've been waiting for a goddamn decade now. Here we have our two protagonists, Sora and Shiro, siblings. Anyways, they are basically god gamers. I mean, they use a mouse with their feet, man. I could barely use a mouse to aim with my own hand. They are also huge neets, but in today's standard, that's fine, because let's say they choose to be a Twitch streamer because they're already famous in the gaming world under the alias blank. So just think about the clout, the sponsorship, and the money they make just by streaming. And this is all fine and dandy until one day they are challenged by God. Oh, no, not this God. This God. Yeah, a little kid. And after winning a grueling game of chess with God, they get sent to another world. And that's how No Game No Life starts. I'll be honest, there's nothing really too deep or polarizing about it. It's a lighthearted comedy, edgy isekai anime, basing itself around a system of games, so each challenge is at least guaranteed to be somewhat unique. It's not trying to send a message or anything, all it is trying to do is to be a fun ride, which is why No Game No Life is unique and why I think it got popular. Being a world filled with games, the idea of it sounds really cool. Now, of course, there's gonna be some bad side to it. Like, for example, if you lose to this, random chump right here, you might become a slave or something, right? But real life is like being a slave anyway, so is there really a difference? The MC said it in the first episode, the real life is just a shitty game. Except we can't restart it even if we wanted to. The idea is the story, and I mean, we got a JoJo reference in here before JoJo got cool. Where the f is this? That's probably what you're wondering, right? Because this is No Game No Life 0. This is a movie based on what was, the world of No Game No Life was before it became, a world of games. Through this movie, we came to see the current present of how the series came to be. A movie set in the distant past where, it's just destruction, blood, war, you name it. A very different approach to how the series is now. Basically a survival of the fittest. And this, you guessed it, it's Jibril. Remember when Jibril said she was, a weapon of mass destruction? Turns out she wasn't kidding. I think we all agree that, she was generally a smart and strong character, but because of how the anime was perceived, we only saw her as this weird but strangely hot angel deity-like character. I mean, we were teased at it, but, we generally looked past it until the movie came where we actually saw, the real shit. And because of her actions in the movie, she got some hate for it. Not necessarily because of her character, but at what she did. But yeah, look at it this way, as a survival of the fittest, you look at someone weirdly for even a second, you're gonna get knocked out. If someone wants something, they're gonna take it. The whole tone and atmosphere of this movie was also very different from the anime. Throughout the movie, you see that it's just very dark in both, color and tone. While in comparison to the anime, which is very vibrant and bright. It was a neat detail that I like about it. It was practically saying, hey, they might be in the same universe or series, but in reality, they are a tale and, a story of their own. Because I remember watching it in theaters thinking to myself, boy, I can't wait to see, Sora and Shiro again. It's been a couple of years. No season 2 has been announced, but this is the best we got. A goddamn movie, right? And then the movie finished, I went out and, now I'm all goddamn depressed. Because the ending, it was very bittersweet. And, I don't want to say anything too spoilery just in case, someone hasn't watched the movie. But, that was my general consensus of it. Now, going back to Jibril, the characters in the series play with and against each other very well. The dynamics between them is just generally a fun atmosphere to watch, whether they were, playing games or having a conversation. Jibril being this godlike character, you wouldn't have expected her to become this now quirky and weird character that we all know. Especially now with the knowledge and backstory that we got from the movie. How in the f did she get from this to this? She's one of the few characters in the series that is, able to somewhat compete and handle the shenanigans of our MCs. And then there's Steph who, tries to be the serious one of the group. But as you know, she gets put into a more comedic role more than anything. She tries to push, Sora and Shiro to do things, but that's just in her character because before she met them, she had the whole kingdom on her shoulders. But now that she has, Sora and Shiro, she doesn't have to worry that much anymore. Then we have Sora and Shiro, our MCs. They seem to be like these godlike hacks characters, but in reality, they're actually really flawed. Being neats, you already know to an extent that there is something wrong with them. Case point being that if either one of them separates from each other, they're going to be in full panic attack mode. And a factor during the game with the werebeasts, the VR world they are sent into resembles very similar to Tokyo, and because of this, they just lose all their confidence for a bit because they feel as if they are plunged back into society again. It's like when you play a game, you are in control, you are the mighty warrior, the hero of the story. But once you go back to reality, you aren't that special anymore, you are insignificant. They are amazing characters but are flawed at the same time. And Sora and Shiro, they are always going to be winning these games, you know it. I know it. I mean, we were presented with the fact that they are god gamers that basically never lose. It's just a matter of how they win, how they presented the trials and tribulations that our characters are going through. A bunch of mind games and strategies coming together for a big I fucking gotcha moment. Like, even though I knew they were going to win, it was fun seeing the process anyways, right? Not everyone's gonna like it though. The fan service can be something that detracts people from it. There is a lot of lolly bait in this, and I mean a lot of it. I won't deny that. I mean, they got a whole bat scene that I probably can't show on YouTube. I say that, but there's a video out there with 302k viewers on it on YouTube. You sick animals, goddamn. But I get you, maybe, just a little. Anyways, it's understandable for people to be drawn away from it. You also might hate the idea that our main characters are always winning. Like, why are they always winning? Why can't they, lose for once? It's a matter of preference, right? In the end, No Game No Life was a show of escapism like many isekais. Sora and Shiro being abandoned in real life by their parents, becoming neats, and then being able to escape into this new world filled with games. It's probably something we all want. Maybe not a world filled with games, but at least an ideal life that we all dream of. Even then, it was a weird but surprisingly fun show. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, it helps me out a lot. And then, leave a comment down below, right? Because I know for a fact a lot of us want, a season 2 of No Game No Life, and we just aren't getting it for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's some corporate side things that we don't know, but like everything else is getting season 2, but No Game No Life. Big Sag. But anyways, I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and bye-bye.